Okay, so hi Emily. So we're going to talk today about phobias. I understand that you struggle with darkness.
Yeah, I do struggle with the dark. It's something I've always had. Like, I don't remember when it started, but I always know that even when I was younger, I was really, really scared of the dark. Like, anytime I'd have to try and go to sleep at night, I'd be terrified. If I'm at home, even now, if I'm at home, like, I'll have to sleep in the dark because my mum and dad are like, cost of living, you know. so I have to sleep. Yeah, they're like, no light on because money, which is very, very true. So I don't blame them. But I'm like sat there like at 2 a.m. being like, scared, don't want to go to sleep. Like, yeah. So it's something like still to this day I struggle with.
What I normally do is explain a bit about how the brain works and how phobias come about and what we can do about them, if that's okay. So I'm going to draw some diagrams, but I'll talk through them as well. So if we think about our brain, for the purposes of this explanation, I'm going to talk about the brain in two parts. So this part here is the bit that we call our conscious mind. So this is the bit that we use in our day-to-day interactions. It's the bit that makes us aware of our surroundings, the bit that we're using right now. And this part of the brain knows that there's actually no reason for you to be scared of the dark. It's quite logical, and it will come up with answers based on a proper assessment of the situation. So yes, it's dark, but everything's fine. You're at home, you're safe. There's no problem. But what happens sometimes with a phobia is because the emotion is so strong in that template, it gets stuck. It gets stuck in our stress bucket. So how do we deal with that then? Well, we use a technique called rewind and reframe. So during the rewind session, which is session 3, because this is what I would do in an initial consultation, then the next session would be a relaxation session where we would get you used to trance, listening to the sound of my voice, just getting very relaxed. We give you a nice story of how you would like things to be. So again, in trance, I would sort of read through a story that we'd agreed on, that would be you having a really nice night's sleep, not bothered about the dark, and just having a really relaxed evening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, lovely. In a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. And as I count all the way down from 10 down to 0, I want you to imagine that each number is a step down on this beautiful staircase, a step down towards this beautiful garden. And each step you take is another step down into deeper and even deeper levels of relaxation, so that by the time you get to 0, you'll be as deeply relaxed as you can ever imagine, while still being able to hear and respond to the sound of my voice. 10. Take the first step down now, relaxing and letting go. 9. Feeling more and more relaxed. No need to hurry, plenty of time. 8. Moving down easily now. 7. Deeper and deeper. 6. Deeper still. Your breathing becoming slower and steadier. 5. Really relaxing now, just letting go. 4. Becoming calmer and calmer. 3. Calmer still now. 2. More and more relaxed. 1. All the way down now, empowered, feeling confident, strong, in control and much more relaxed, feeling really calm, confident in control. And with that wonderful, reassuring thought, it's time to come back to the present. In a moment, I'm going to invite you to open your eyes, and when you do, you'll be wide awake, refreshed, relaxed, and feeling really good. So when you're ready, Emily, please open your eyes. Well done.
I actually feel like in a weird state right now.
Well, when it's the first time you've done it, it does feel a bit unusual, but
It feels like I'm light.
light, yeah.
Like I feel like really light. Like all my body feels like really light. Like I don't feel heavy anymore. Like I felt like I almost couldn't open my eyes as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't open them.
I mean, I probably should say that trance, that wasn't really deep. That was just really relaxation. But trance is very natural. We go in and out of trance all the time during the day.
I can imagine like just how easy that was. Like how easy you can go from that to in trance. Like
And we do. I mean, it's just like daydreaming state. It's the same sort of thing where, you know, I don't know whether you drive, but sometimes you're driving, you find yourself in automatic pilot, or think, how did I get here?
I used to do driving lessons, and I'd just stop focusing, and like, and I'd be awake. I'm like, I actually need to focus on this. I'm driving.
And it can happen when you read in a book and you get to the bottom of the page and you think, actually, I didn't read any of that.
I do that all the time.
So that's the same thing. It's the brain doing exactly the same thing, just drifting and dreaming. But it's very good for us because it helps us to, when the brain goes into that state, it's looking for answers, it's looking for solutions, it's helping us to find the answers to our problems, really. It also helps with memory as well. It helps with consolidating memories and helping us learn.
So I felt quite scared at first because I don't really believe in hypnotism. Like the hypnotism I've kind of like seen on TV is kind of always just, you feel like it's weird and wrong and like they're putting it on. But when Jane was reading out the words to me, I actually did feel like different. I felt a lot lighter. I felt like it was actually working. Like it felt real, and I never like felt so in control but out of control at the same time. It felt like I was like out of my body kind of. So it felt kind of like I was in control by Jane. So it was scary, but it did actually end up working a lot more than I thought it ever would.